EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Garoppolo. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Whitfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On play action, Winston. He's going to air one out. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Saints 7, Panthers 9. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And this will be taken at the 13. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st down, Whitfield. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Winston going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Wait.
Off the play fake. Winston. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
Here we go.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
65.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down now, Whitfield. Oh, he's got, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Room here to run. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
12. 1, Omaha.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Two. Wait.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From just shy of midfield, Winston looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Next to score, Saints 21, Panthers 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
65.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 183 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready.
A first down throw for Winston. And he gets this to Thornton. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jameis to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Winston now to throw on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That's out quickly to Bateman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to Rashad Bateman. It's a gain of 20. First down, New Orleans.
They'll run on first down. Whitfield. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed. And on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Pushes past him. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, here we go. 21. 11. I got this.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jamar Chase from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Winston's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Winston. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
21.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
11. Block.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That caught by Tremble. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
11.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Two.
Garoppolo again. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. 65. Well, here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashad Bateman, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
13. One, Omaha.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go. Well, fellas, here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. they don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Winston. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Winston on 4th down. Past the 20. He's got the first down and more than that. Touchdown. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
There's Trimble, the tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're looking to throw this. Winston looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st down, Whitfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Wow, 204 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
4th down, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And some room to run now. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Whitfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Winston here to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.